Ever wonder how an ancient city grew to command the known world? It wasn't by chance, and it certainly wasn't by choosing the easy path. The secret lies in a mindset, a code etched into the very soul of its people. Rome wasn't built on comfort, it was built on courage. For the Romans, fear was a tool, a whetstone to sharpen their resolve. Fear was their teacher, not their limit. While others might wait for the perfect conditions, for a sign from the gods, or for their fear to subside, the Romans understood a fundamental truth. Perfect moments aren't found, they are forged. Roman warriors didn't wait for the perfect moment, they created it. This philosophy wasn't just for generals and emperors, it was the lifeblood of every legionary, every citizen striving for more. They held a powerful belief, one that propelled them across rivers and over mountains. Action kills fear. Think about that. The very act of moving forward, of doing, is the antidote to the paralysis of dread. Every soldier, from the fresh-faced recruit to the grizzled veteran, trained to do one thing above all else: move forward even when their knees knocked and their hearts hammered against their ribs. They marched into the unknown, not because they were fearless, but because they refused to be ruled by fear. In Roman society, the pursuit of ease was viewed with suspicion. Comfort was seen as a slow poison, a creeping weakness that eroded strength and dulled ambition. Courage, on the other hand, was the highest virtue. It was honor. It was the currency of respect and the foundation of legacy. They understood that the sting of a wound or the ache of exhaustion was temporary. What truly crippled a person, what truly defeated them before the battle even began, was the pause, the moment of doubt. Pain didn't stop them. Hesitation did. Hesitation was the real enemy. This understanding gave them a unique perspective on life. They knew the sharp pang of fear would eventually fade like a morning mist burning away under the sun. But the heavy weight of regret, that was a shadow that could follow a person for a lifetime. They knew fear fades, but regret lasts forever. This knowledge fueled their drive, pushing them to face what they dreaded most. To avoid the ghost of what if, they lived by a simple, brutal, and effective code, a three-step process for confronting any obstacle, whether on the battlefield or within their own minds. The Roman code: face it, fight it, finish it. No negotiation, no retreat, just direct, relentless confrontation until the challenge was overcome. This mindset is the key to unlocking potential. Greatness doesn't bloom in the sheltered garden of your comfort zone. It begins the moment you take that first terrifying step out of it. The moment you choose the difficult path, the uncertain road, the challenge that makes you question everything. Greatness begins the moment you step out of comfort. We often mistake strength for a lack of vulnerability, for an absence of fear. The Romans knew better. They understood that real strength isn't about never feeling afraid. Real strength comes from doing what you fear most. It's about looking that fear directly in the eye and taking action anyway. This is the essence of their philosophy. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's victory over it. It is the conscious decision to act in spite of the tremor in your hands and the doubt in your heart. It's about being the master of your fear, not its slave. You don't have to wait until you feel completely confident or unafraid. That day may never come. The Roman way is to act now. Be brave enough to start, even when you're afraid. Take that first step, make that call, begin that project. The power isn't in the plan, it's in the motion. Why does this ancient wisdom still resonate so powerfully today? Because it speaks to a timeless truth about human achievement. Comfort zones are comfortable for a reason. They're safe, predictable, and require little from us. But nothing great was ever built in safety. No empire, no legacy, no personal breakthrough ever came from playing it small. Courage builds empires, not comfort. So, what will you choose? Will you let fear dictate the boundaries of your life? Or will you take a page from the Roman playbook and push them back? The choice is yours, and it's a choice you make not just once, but every single day. Choose courage today. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of Roman motivation. If this message resonated with you, if you're ready to choose courage over comfort, then subscribe to Journey to Next Level. We have so much more to explore together. Hit that like button, and we'll see you in the next video. Ever wondered how an empire that ruled the world for over a millennium was built? What was their secret? It wasn't luxury, it wasn't safety, and it certainly wasn't comfort. The secret, the very foundation of their legacy, was courage. Rome wasn't built by comfort. It was forged in the fires of courage. For the Romans, fear was a constant companion, but it was their teacher, not their limit. It was the whetstone that sharpened their resolve. Think about the legions, the centurions, the gladiators. They didn't stand around waiting for the perfect, fear-free moment to act. That's a modern myth. The Romans knew a profound truth. You don't wait for the perfect moment. You create it through action. They lived by a simple yet powerful creed. Action kills fear. While we might overthink, procrastinate, and let anxiety paralyze us, the Roman mindset was to move. Always move forward. This wasn't just a battlefield philosophy, it was a way of life. Every soldier, from the newest recruit to the most seasoned veteran, was trained to advance, to push forward, especially when fear was screaming at them to retreat. In their world, comfort was a seductive poison, a sign of weakness that rotted the soul. Courage, on the other hand, was the highest honor. It was the currency of respect and the mark of a true Roman. Let that sink in. We live in a world that glorifies comfort. We seek the easiest path, the safest option. But the Romans would see this as a path to mediocrity. They understood that the enemy wasn't the pain of effort or the sting of a setback. The true enemy was hesitation. Pain was temporary, a fleeting sensation, but the paralysis of hesitation, the failure to act when you know you should, that was the ultimate defeat. They knew that fear fades the moment you confront it, but regret lasts forever. It's the ghost that haunts you for a lifetime. Their code was brutally effective. Face it, fight it, finish it. Whatever the obstacle, whatever the fear, the response was always the same. Acknowledge the challenge, engage it with everything you have, and see it through to the end. There was no room for second guessing, no space for what ifs. This relentless forward momentum is what built aqueducts, conquered territories, and created a civilization that still echoes through history. And this isn't just ancient history, this is a lesson for right now. For you, your own personal empire, your career, your relationships, your health, your dreams will not be built from the safety of your comfort zone. True greatness in any form begins the very moment you decide to step out of that zone, the moment you choose the difficult path because you know it's the right one. We often think strength is about being naturally fearless or gifted, but the Romans teach us otherwise. Real strength, enduring strength, comes from doing the very thing you fear most. It's about looking that fear in the eye and taking a step forward anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the victory over it. It's feeling the tremor in your hands, but clenching them into a fist and moving forward. It's feeling your heart pound in your chest, but taking the stage anyway. It's feeling the doubt creep in, but launching the business regardless. Every great accomplishment in your life will be on the other side of discomfort, every single one. So, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the fear to disappear? It won't. The Romans knew this. They didn't wait to stop being afraid. They simply decided to be brave enough to start even while they were afraid. That is the essence of their power, and it can be yours too. Because courage builds empires, not comfort. Courage writes legacies, not hesitation. So today, right now, make a choice. Don't just think about it. Act. Take that first small, terrifying step. Choose courage. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to Journey to Next Level for more Roman motivation and strategies to build your own empire. We'll see you in the next one.